What's up, guys? It's Jack here with Jack Flash Auto Repair, and today we're going to be working on my 1990 Yamaha Banshee. A buddy of mine and myself have been working on this on and off. I've put some new tires on it. We have cleaned the carbs pretty deep, and I had to rebuild the front brake caliper. But now that that's all done, after we ripped it a little bit, it had a problem where it doesn't want to go into neutral anymore. I can start it with the clutch on and it'll, fire up first kick every time, but something in the gearbox is binding up, causing these rear wheels to lock. Cannot be rolled, cannot be pushed. Had to pick it up and put it in the back of my truck and take it home. So the first place I am going to be looking today is this gearbox. I'm gonna go ahead and drain my coolant, drain my gearbox fluid, check out what's inside, see if I've got any clutch pieces blown apart, see if I've got any gear teeth down there. Something is obviously really not right here, so we're gonna get a look in there. I'll show you guys that it starts but won't move. I'll show you some of the symptoms I have, and then we will get started on tearing it down. Nice and cold, nice and cold. Stuck. Okay. Now, even if I pull the clutch in, you can see that the rear wheels start binding up. And it's no different. It's just like it's in gear all the time, pretty much. So, we are going to start tearing into it and figuring out why it's doing that. Okay, so I expect this bike to be down for a while, so I personally am going to go ahead and take my plastics off and take my tank off just so I have a little bit more room, a little bit just easier to see. But that is not necessary to drain the coolant or to drain the gear oil. So I just thought I'd say that before you guys saw the plastics off the bike and wondered why I did that. Alright guys, so this is actually the first time I've ever had all the plastics off this bike, and it's pretty much what I was expecting. A bunch of dusty bullshit, some wires not connected, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy, but no major rust, so that's always good. But yeah, gonna go ahead and pull the Kickstarter off, pull the brake lever off, drain the coolant, and then pull the oil plug down there and hope to God that some oil comes out. Hey guys, so I left my camera on and the battery died, and I didn't realize that, but I got the engine out because I got the clutch cover off. There was nothing underneath there that I could really tell, besides that the front sprocket was still stuck. So I decided to take it out and split the case. So that's where we are at right about now. I just pulled this intake off. I'm about to pull the other intake off. I inspected the reeds. So far, still everything's looking good. Well, I mean, as good as I expected it to. It's still been sitting for a long time, but I mean, honestly, that being said, it's in pretty decent shape for how long it's sat, so gonna continue to tear it apart. Alright guys, so I've been having fucking cam problems, but the engine is out, obviously, and it's tore down, also obviously. Not so obvious, all of the case bolts have been removed already, so this thing is kind of just sitting here waiting to be split open, so that's what we're about to do. It's locked up, there's no neutral, I cannot get to a neutral gear, so something in there is all crunchy and we are about to find out what. So here we go. Okay, so the case just started to split, as you can see, so we are going to start wiggling it off and finally see what is going on in there. Looks like it's all ready to come up. Maybe. Alright. I think this gear right here is stuck and it's not supposed to be. Okay, so this gear moves and these gears are kind of where the shift fork goes, and it moves it forward to get into that gear and lock it in place, and then it goes backward to lock into this gear. Only this gear right here is not actually moving on the shaft. It's stuck to the shaft and it's supposed to move freely, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna double check that that is the case and that this should be moving freely. And then it doesn't look like we have any broken teeth anywhere or shattered gears, so that's cool. But still probably looking at, I mean, definitely going to be disassembling this at a minimum to try to see if we can free this gear up, if the shaft is savable, and if that gear is even supposed to move. And one of these is definitely supposed to be moving. Something in this one is stuck because all the ones on this one are all moving like they should, moving freely, moving back and forth, and engaging when they should. So we will go from there.